show.
I'm a bit tied up at the moment, Lynn.
Today's programme is all about the latest craze in jive talk known as rapping. But of course, as soon as Alistair heard the word rapping, he got it all wrong, as usual. Well, look at this. Someone sent me a nice parcel. Isn't that nice? Sounds a bit hollow, though. I wonder what's inside. I hope nothing's got broken in the post. Let's give it a shake to see. That'll teach you to be so silly.
Oh, there they are, my hat and my glasses. And gosh, it's little Jeff Dean, the lead singer with Modern Romance, our little pal, the star of today's show, little Jeffrey, Jeff Dean, Lynn Spencer, Smarty Boots. Just time for Jeff to unwrap, to rap, as we give a great Razzmatazz welcome to Modern Romance. Here they go!
Super slob with an ugly face. Next time you try to make a pass, just stick to women in your class. I'm the queen, I'm the queen, I'm the queen of the rapping scene. I'm the queen, I'm the queen, I'm the queen of the rapping scene.
I got the moves, they got the grooves. So many guys that are all bruised. Back rock the kimbo on the shelf. This is a rap thing.
Standing here with my four friends. Marco, Mary, Terry Lee, Gary Lee, yours Julie.
And all in Austin in the sexy South.
We're all singing.
I got the mouth. And all in Austin in the sexy South.
We're all singing.
I got the mouth. I got the mouth.
Adam Answer, rapping and trap. Now, rapping started years ago in the United States, when these soul DJs used rhymes to introduce the records. And this rhyming jive talk became known as rapping. Now, the British expert in the rapping field is my old friend from Modern Romance, Jeff Dean.
I said hip hop, the hibbit and the hibbit of the hip hip hop. You won't stop a rock it on, little sister, to the boogie to bang bang, the boogie to the boogie to beat.
I knew he was going to hit me with a rap. Show me your appreciation. Jeff, how come you're a rapping expert?
I just sort of heard a rapping record a few years ago and it just fascinated me and I just brought up as many as I could and tried learning, copying the records and then writing my own ones.
Yeah, it's just suddenly been taken off in Britain, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's funny and there's quite a lot of sort of young English bands now seem to have cottoned onto it and becoming quite good actually.
Tell me, how do you really master the art?
I had my false teeth welded in.
But surely there are certain qualities that you must have. Are you a good singer?
No, not really. Just a quick thinker, good sense of rhythm, and good memory.
Rhythm. Does it help if you sort of have an American accent, honey, you know, to rap in an American accent?
No, I don't really think you have to. I think sometimes when you're settling in, sometimes if you settle into the rhythm, you do tend to sort of go a little bit Americanised. You can't really help that. You can't sort of go hip hop, hip it on the hip. It doesn't have the same sort of effect, really.
What about Cockney rhyming slang? Is that rapping?
No, not really. That's a sort of that's a secret method of communication in the East End by which words are translated by things that they rhyme, like apples and pears, stairs, and skin and blister, sister, and things like that.
Yeah. What about, it must be easier, though, for Cockneys to rap, because they've got all the funny, haven't they, you know, talk like that.
I'll leave it out, girl, no. No, look. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
But
I wouldn't know.
You came from a posh end of London, didn't you?
Yes, Hackney.
But you did tell me that you actually worked down the Old Kent Road.
Yeah, my first job actually when I left school was selling nuts and bolts, and from selling nuts I now work with them.
Well, now we're going to join Chad and Dave for a little bit of rabbit.
Oh, handsome, great.
Bunny, jabba, jabba, bunny, jabba, rabbit.
So mean, we gotta make you shake and swing. You gotta get up, you gotta get down, you gotta move that funky thing. We're a gang of three, eternally with a line in rhythm and rhyme. When you're rapping with class on Razzmatazz, then it's gotta be party time.
Now we got the grace to rock this place, gotta force the fun right into your face, cause when we rock all night.
We're gonna rock you wrong, we're gonna rock you right.
Gonna rock you up, gonna rock you down.
We're rocking to the rhythm all around the town. When you're rapping with class on Razzmatazz, then it's gotta be party time. Now clap your hands, come on, check out the scene. Come a rockin' with your main man, Jeff Dean. Well, I'm a real sharp fella, and it's still better. A new trendsetter, and you won't be better, so jump in the air. Stamp your feet, because we're rockin' to the rhythm of the salsa beat. Say, comb your hair, boy, dress real neat. We're rockin' to the rhythm of the salsa beat.
Well, I rock you in, and I rock you out, and I make you scream, and I make you shout.
Go dang, diggy, dang, 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 diggy, diggy, dang, diggy, dang, 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 booty up your hip, hop. The hibbit and the hibbit and the hip, hip, hop. You won't stop the booty, rock it on, baby, brother, say the boogie, the bang, bang, a boogie to the boogie to beat. I said, enemy's not nice to me, and I just don't seem to care.
So what?
They left me out for their watch out, and that damn thing looks so fair.
So what?
They sugar hit him over ill when they heard about the way I talk. And Curtis Crow just has to go. So long, cuz take a walk, and let me tell you that the time is right. I'm out of sight, and I'm really gonna blow your mind. We'll be one nation under a creed, and this is what we find. I'm not a preacher or a teacher or an electrician or a fighter or a writer or a politician. I'm the man with a key to your ignition. I just can't find no competition. We're here, and we're there. Well, it's Razzmatazz, and it's everywhere. So put your hands in the air. You gotta shake them like just don't care. And then you gotta stamp your feet. You gotta keep that rhythm sweet. Come on, everybody move. It's a Razzmatazz in the groove. Come on, everybody move. It's a Razzmatazz in the groove.
Baby, you is my foreman.
Welcome along to the Razzmatazz Rapping Restaurant. You know, whenever I go along to a disco, I only have to do a quick couple of toe-tapping tangos and I'm ready for a Bullwelk milkshake or a kipper and custard sandwich. And it's funny how few places you can actually get some good scran in discos these days. But here at the Razzmatazz Rapping Restaurant, our chef Marcello has prepared some food to haunt our wildest nightmares. Let's hear it for Marcello. Here he is. Mr. Marcello, what have we got?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. This is an amazing hot dog. It's very, very big. Shall I take it back? No. Very, very big.
That is for big mouths.
For big mouths. What else have we got?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Multicolored spaghetti.
Yes.
This is sort of psychedelic.
Like this.
Like
Look
some?
at that.
Would you like some in the back there?
Uh-huh.
What else? What else have we got?
We got a pizza chitarra.
Pizza what?
Chitarra.
Pizza guitar. What's
Yes.
that?
It's pizza
Pizza.
made by shape of the guitarra.
The shape of the guitar.
Yes, we have cheese,
Cheese.
tomato,
Tomato.
anchovies,
Anchovies.
salami.
Salami.
Yes.
Salami. Very,
Salami.
very nice.
That's salami.
Put yellow and blast your head off. Kamikaze pizza.
Right.
All right. What have we got here? This is what?
Creamy cake.
A creamy cake.
Yes.
But have you noticed, Marcello, I think this is maybe with you having a touch of the foreign in you. You've spelled cream wrong.
No, that's an Italian way.
The Italian way.
Yes,
The creamy way.
Yes.
Well, I think Marcello's done real well. Give him a nice big cheer. There we are. Let's try out some of our marvellous food on these wonderful people down here. Would you like to try a bit? What do you think of this, kid? What do you think of that? Yeah, it's nice? What's that like?
Better than your jokes.
Better than my jokes. Listen, we've got some lovely sandwiches here at the Razzmatazz Wrapping Restaurant. Raw liver and toothpaste. Ashes and hamster bedding. Squashed worms and washing up liquid. And for those of you who really like to get your teeth into something, live maggots in mushy banana. It's a heck of a thing. And what do you think? What do you think of the cream cake here? Do you like that?
Well, I mean, it's great, but you spelled cream wrong. It's C-R-E-A-M.
No. Take a closer look, and you'll see that it is in fact spelled correctly. Life is a menace. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Godley and Creme. Here they are. Give them a cheer. Well, we have fun on this show. Listen, I'll tell you what. I noticed that your name, in fact, it was spelled right because that's how they spell your name, Creme.
Yes, that is sophisticated.
Lol Creme. That's quite an unusual name, but not half as unusual as it nearly was.
Oh, my mother was in hospital and she was in a bed next to Mrs. Pipe.
Mrs. Pipe. His mother was in bed next to Mrs. Pipe.
And Mrs. Pipe had given birth to a beautiful child which she named Dwayne.
Dwayne Pipe. Would you believe that? Would you like to be called Dwayne Pipe? No. Listen, you've done some amazing things in your time. In fact, the first film that you ever made actually was you nipping out for a bite. Tell me about that.
Oh, Dracula, yeah,
Dracula.
that's right. We must have both been about 12 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a suitable hunchback.
Oh, yes.
And I got the job.
You got the job.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, you got it, that's right.
Was it a good movie?
Oh, it was sensational.
Sensational.
Oh, amazing.
You're both fairly arty. You used to send pictures off to Walt Disney.
Yes, I did. I used to send them back.
Listen, you went to art school and you make videos now. Some amazing videos. In fact, I think this is one of your most amazing videos I've ever seen. Englishman in New York. Tell me about this one.
It was the first one we'd ever directed ourselves.
Yes.
For a single we had. And inside, people think those are puppets, but in fact it's like a bunch of 14-year-old schoolgirls inside these very, very hot fiberglass masks. They did a great
I
job.
bet they're absolutely exhausted at the end
Yeah.
of it. And what about this one? This is an amazing... What's this video?
A wide boy.
Wide Boy. Tell me about this one.
That's an interesting one. We wanted to think of a way of cutting from one picture to the other without doing it the obvious way. So we tore the picture in half every time we wanted to do it.
That is amazing.
Isn't it?
Now then,
Barry.
in fact, Barry, in fact, you've got something amazing happening just this very week. You're going to do another video. Tell me about that.
Oh, well, we're planning a video with Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder, which we're shooting on Friday.
Well, it's nice to see you've got a little interest there. That's very good. And your ambition, I know, is to make a movie in Hollywood. Is that right?
Correctamundo.
Right,
What would you like to do? What sort of movie would you like to make? Would it be Dracula? Rock Dracula?
A serious movie,
serious
I think.
film,
It'd have
yeah.
to be like this show, really.
Like this show,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
very serious,
Very
and somber,
yeah,
and solemn
right.
from start to finish.
yeah.
Well, listen, I know that you've written a new song, a little jingly
Little
jangly
jingly
one,
jangly
a
one,
little
yeah.
jingly
Jingly
jangly
jangly
one,
one.
which you're going to hear now. It's called Snack Attack,
This guy's insane.
which is very, very appropriate, really, isn't it?
It is. How coincidental.
Very
in fact.
appropriate. So let's give a great big Razzmatazz welcome for the amazing Lol and Creme and Snack Attack. Let's hear it.
sat in the dark, watching the ceiling falling apart. The air conditioner's been busted for weeks, so the smell of cooking seeps through the floor. I can't eat no more. They want me to be as light as a feather, so the doctors wire my jaws together. And I'm locked in the bedroom away from the food, so I lie on my back in the dark, in the nude. I can't eat no more. I gotta use a straw. But if the devil dragged me down to the kitchen, I wouldn't put up a fight. I'd gladly sign away my soul for a T-bone steak tonight.
In the Cadillac, I gotta eat a flapjack stack, a rack, a six-pack jack. Just call me Jack Kerouac. Click clack, open up the hatchback. I can eat a bubble car, or a pack of eggs, pat a cake, Big Mac. Got it, a snack of snack.
Sausage, egg, and beans and chips and milkshakes, clam eggs, fondue and dips and sauces, horses, 17 courses of barbecue beef with asparagus tips, lashes of bacon and bagels and lox and tandoori prawns and a box of chunks, spaghetti with mussels, parma hams and deep frozen waffles with syrup and jam. My willpower's gone, I'm down on my knees, praying to the god of cottage cheese. It's no good trying, I'll never beat it, cause if it moves, I'll eat it. So undo my trousers, let out the slack. Who cares? It's a snack attack, it's a snack attack.
I'll be like Cole Jackson in the Cadillac. I gotta eat a flapjack stack, a rack, a six-pack jack. Just call me Jack Kerouac. Click clack, open up the hatchback. I can eat a bubble car, or a pack of Mac, pat a cake, Big Mac. God, it's a snack attack.
It's a snack attack, It's a snack attack, It's a snack attack,
I'll be like Cole Jackson in the Cadillac. I gotta eat a flapjack stack, a rack, a six-pack jack. Just call me Jack Kerouac. Click clack, open up the hatchback. I can eat a bubble car, or a pack of Mac, pat a cake, Big Mac. Good God, it's a snack attack.
Sunday asleep on the floor, curled up in the corner, can't take no more. All this food invade my sleep, led by lasagnas, finishes deep. My head is pounding, my heart is beating, cows are mooing, sheep are bleating. I'm being haunted by all the meat I've eaten. And then a burglar alarm goes off in my head, and I wake up screaming, am I dead or alive? And the clock says 5. It's only 5 in the morning, I'm covered in sweat. Am I hungry? You bet. Can't eat no more. Can't eat no more. I can't eat no more. Gotta use a straw.
Be like Cole Jackson in the Cadillac. I gotta eat a flapjack stack, a rack, a six-pack jack. Just call me Jack Kerouac. Click clack, open up the hatchback. I can eat a bubble car, or a pack of Mac, pat a cake, Big Mac. Good God. Be like Cole Jackson in the Cadillac. I gotta eat a flapjack stack, a rack, a six-pack jack. Just call me Jack Kerouac. Click clack, open up the hatchback. I can eat a bubble car, or a pack of Mac, pat a cake, Big Mac. Good God.
Creme there. Well, Ali, now it's time to wrap up the show.
Yes, but before we go, Lynn, I have written my own little rap.
I thought you might.
Do you want me to do it?
I
Do you want me to do it?
Yes.
Yes. 2 bottles of milk stood on a step, feeling sad and glum. A bumblebee fell from a tree and landed on the 2 bottles of milk.
That does not rhyme, Ali.
Which is just as well. Say bye-bye, Lynn.
Bye-bye, Lynn.
Bye-bye!
Razzmatazz.